What are the best base layers and hiking shirts for climbing Kilimanjaro? Shirts that are made for hiking are pretty different from everyday casual wear. Unlike regular shirts, hiking shirts are made with technical fabrics and have specific features that serve functional purposes when spending time in the great outdoors. In this video, I'll discuss what to look for in a base layer and my personal preferences when it comes to climbing Kilimanjaro. What is a base layer? In the most general sense, a base layer is a piece of clothing that is worn against the skin. So a base layer can be a t-shirt, a long sleeve shirt, or leggings on the bottom. For the purposes of this video, when I say base layer, I'm referring to the top you will hike in, or in other words, your hiking shirt. A proper base layer is integral to staying comfortable on the mountain. They are a very significant part of your gear because they are in direct contact with your body. It needs to function well and feel comfortable through changing outdoor conditions. The primary purpose of a base layer is to keep the body dry by wicking moisture away from the skin. Base layers also serve secondary purposes, to protect the body from the elements, especially the sun, and to provide warmth. A poor choice of a base layer can lead to minor issues such as discomfort or chafing. At its worst, it can contribute to hypothermia. Base layer material. The most important consideration in a base layer is the fabric's ability to wick away moisture and keep you dry. So let's first discuss what types of fabric you should look for. The most common materials for a base layer are polyester or polyester blends and merino wool. Polyester and polyester blends are synthetic base layer materials. These fabrics are known for their breathability, moisture wicking abilities, and quick drying properties. The fibers are lightweight, strong, and durable, making the fabric somewhat wear and abrasion resistant. Finally, polyester shirts are very affordable depending on the brand. Merino wool is a fine soft wool that is warm and handles moisture well. It's not like regular wool that's scratchy and uncomfortable. Merino wool is a good fabric for hiking shirts because it's highly breathable, insulates even when wet, dries quickly, and is naturally odor resistant. The downside is that it is more expensive than synthetic fabric. The smaller the diameter of the wool fiber, the softer it is and the higher the price. If you're not familiar with base layers, I encourage you to go to an outdoor shop and try on shirts made out of different fabrics. They're probably all going to work just fine for you, but you might find that you have a preference for one over another. For me, I have a strong preference for synthetic base layers over merino wool. I find them more comfortable on my skin, and I think they are better at wicking away moisture and are faster to dry. Cotton is a big no-no when it comes to hiking clothes. It is super absorbent but dries very slowly, making it unsuitable for use in an outdoor environment. Cotton does not fulfill the role of a base layer. It absorbs the moisture from the body, but it does not transfer it. Therefore, it does not have insulating properties when wet. Instead, it holds the moisture in its fibers against the user's skin. Wearing cotton will make you colder because of the constant contact with your own sweat, so don't bring cotton shirts as your hiking shirts. Base layer weight. Base layers come in different weights or thicknesses: lightweight, midweight, heavyweight, and expedition weight. Each will provide different levels of insulation and moisture wicking properties. As a rule, the thinner the fabric, the more breathable it is, the better it wicks, and the faster it dries. Thicker fabrics are warmer, hold moisture longer, and dry slower. That makes lightweight base layers better at their primary function to keep you dry than heavier base layers. We recommend lightweight base layers on Kilimanjaro. Lightweight base layers offer more versatility than mid, heavy, and expedition weight clothing because you can use them every day in hot or cold conditions. The additional warmth provided by heavier base layers can be better achieved using mid layers, such as a soft shell or fleece jacket. Heavyweight and expedition weight base layers trap a lot of heat, which can make them almost certainly too hot for day-to-day trekking and possibly even too hot for the summit. It might be hard to imagine, but even in extremely cold temperatures, it is common to overheat while climbing, especially if you are wearing multiple layers. Having a full-on sweat should be avoided at all costs, as soaking your clothing will leave you feeling cold when you stop moving. I personally use only lightweight base layers on Kilimanjaro and on every other expedition I participate in. Whether it's 100 degrees or 0 degrees, I start with a lightweight base layer. They are comfortable to wear by themselves in warm weather, and I can simply put on additional layers when it gets cold. In situations where I start to feel too warm, I want to be able to air out my body to let go of that heat, and lightweight base layers are the best for doing that. Fit and coverage. In order for base layers to function, they should fit closely by design. The fabric needs to lay against the skin to pick up moisture and transfer it to the surface for evaporation. A loose base layer does not work as well. While your base layer doesn't have to be skin tight, understand that the more room there is in your shirt, the less effective it will be in keeping you dry. When it comes to coverage, as a general rule, more is better. Our gear list contains one short sleeve tee, but multiple long sleeve tees. You can certainly get by without a short sleeve tee at all, and only have long sleeve tops. Climbing Kilimanjaro while wearing a tank top, sleeveless shirt, or sport bra is not wise. Exposing your skin to the elements is potentially draining, sapping your energy that would be better used for recovery or acclimatization. Ideally, a base layer should cover your body as much as possible. That's why we recommend hooded long sleeve base layers. Hooded shirts offer an additional option of covering the head and neck. These are standard wear for mountaineering and alpine climbing because they do what they're supposed to do, keep you dry and shield you from the sun and wind. Nowadays, hooded shirts are the only thing I hike in. When I have the hood on, along with a ball cap, sunglasses, and sungloves, the only skin that is exposed are my nose, cheeks, and chin. So these are the only areas I need to remember to apply sunscreen to. Crew neck, quarter zip, or half zip. Some common types of base layer tops are crew necks, quarter zips, and half zips. Though crew necks are the most common and will certainly work on the mountain, we do believe that quarter zips and half zips have real advantages. Quarter zip and half zip shirts allow you to get more or less airflow to regulate your temperature by zipping up or down depending on the conditions. There are many types of base layers on the market, and much of what you decide to bring on Mount Kilimanjaro will be dictated by your personal preference. But if you're new to technical clothing and high altitude trekking, we recommend using base layers with the following attributes. Made with polyester, polyester blend, or merino wool, no cotton. Lightweight, not mid, heavy, or expedition weight. Close fitting, not loose. Hooded, half zip. I'm Kevin with Ultimate Kilimanjaro, the #1 guide service for climbing Kilimanjaro. If you're interested in learning more, visit our website for the most complete and accurate information. Come hang out in our Facebook discussion group to chat with like-minded adventurers. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. I hope you join us on the roof of Africa. I'll see you on the summit.